What's up, everybody? I know it's been a couple of weeks since my last video, but that's really honestly because there's nothing in the theaters that I really wanted to watch, and today we got one of those movies for you. I didn't want to watch Willy Wonka or Wonka, but I did anyways, and for me, it's complete shit, but that doesn't mean that it's gotta be shit for you. I don't really know why I didn't like it, honestly, but I don't know. Let's get into it. Here we go. All right, Willy Wonka or Wonka, starring Timothée Chalamet, and he's got a pretty good ensemble of characters or people that are in this movie. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think this was advertised as one of the movies that was made by the same producers of Paddington, right? And Paddington was amazing. I thought Paddington 1 and 2 were great. This kind of style I get and I like sometimes, but I feel like they try to do two different things in this one. In terms of the style goes, it just felt like it was, I don't know, weird sometimes. I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I just wasn't in the mood, maybe I just didn't want to see Wonka because I didn't, but it felt long, it dragged, the story was kind of meh for me. Again, doesn't mean that it has to be for you, but at the same time, it wasn't really that engaging. I don't know, the story of I don't want to give too much away, but the story just kind of fell flat. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, well, geez, fucks, Matt, like you're being too hard on a movie that's like based on fictional characters. Well, yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it was not entertaining at all, for me, again. And I want to emphasize, for me, the reason why I say that is because when you go to the theaters, I don't want you to hinge what you think or what you believe a good movie is based on my opinions or any other people's opinions that, do these kind of reviews. So again, I want to emphasize, for me, it was just complete shit. And not everybody's gonna agree with me in my taste of movies. And, like I said, I did like Paddington 1 and 2. I kind of felt like this was gonna be in that kind of same realm. It was, to a sense, but it was very kind of weird. I saw too much teeth. I felt was weird, especially when the people with a British accent or English accent were talking. You saw very much more of their teeth, and I don't know, it was just like that was just weird to me. I thought that Timothée Chalamet was pretty good as Willy Wonka, and I think people were trying to get, I think his name is Jeremy Allen, or trying to say that Jeremy Allen would have been a better choice. I don't think so. I think that they did a pretty good job casting Timothée Chalamet. I mean, I don't necessarily have, and this is why, like, I encourage people to, formulate your own opinions, is because I honestly don't have a reason not to like this movie. It was quirky, it was whimsical. There was a little bit too much song and dance, and for me, for my taste, because I didn't think I was gonna watch a musical, but it kind of felt like a musical. I guess that's where my primary discrepancy was. I mean, the songs were fine. It's just I kind of went into this movie just thinking that it was gonna be a movie and not a musical. So there's that. The set design was great. I thought, for it being in a small location, and what I mean by that is, yes, they say that it takes place in this town, right? But really, it's these four quarters of a section of a town, right? And I thought that was pretty good. But again, I just didn't like it. The Oompa Loompa was okay. Was his name Hugh Grant? Was okay. I didn't have a problem with him. I know there's issues with people, giving him the role of an Oompa Loompa. I understand it and I get it, but just judging based on who played the Oompa Loompa, Hugh Grant, he did an okay job. There was nothing really groundbreaking about his performance, to be honest. I think there's nothing really groundbreaking even about Timothée Chalamet's performance. The one part that I did like really love about the movie was the end. And I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but I really enjoyed it. It really kind of, I guess, brought back a lot of that imagination, if you will, from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, with Gene Wilder. I think that and I think that that's what was missing with all of this. But I understand, I get it. It's a story about Wonka and how he became famous for his chocolate and how he got his factory. Totally get it. It was just missing something for me. I don't know. Rowan Atkinson as a chocolate addicted priest was funny. There were funny parts in this movie, but where I chuckled, but nothing that was like knee slapping. I don't know, man. I'm probably doing a poor review on this. And again, I come home from the theaters, I turn on the camera, and I just go. I don't script this. So what you see is what you get. I'm gonna post it anyways. This is probably the shittiest review I'm gonna give, but nonetheless, it's still a review. So please forgive me on that. I hope you go see this movie. I will point out a couple of things. Is it a family movie? Yes. Is it a kids movie? Probably not. And that's not to say that it's not a kids movie because of the content. It's not a kids movie because, one, it's long, and two, I don't see a child being entertained by any of these songs or anything like that. They might be infatuated with the chocolate aspect, but then it kind of falls flat. If I was like a toddler or a 4-year-old, I'd be bored out of my mind. So there's that. And three, god damn, were they like chewing on what is those breakers, those jaw breakers? Because Jesus Christ, for chocolate, you can like hear the like every sound effects for every time somebody like bit into a chocolate, which it wasn't really chocolate, I don't know. It sounded like I was like breaking my own teeth. Like I felt like everybody there needed to go to the dentist after eating some of that chocolate. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. I think it's Keegan-Michael Key that plays the sheriff. Yeah, I think he did a funny job as usual. He always kind of knocks it out of the park, whether he gets a big role or a small role. He's just a funny guy. Sorry if I butcher the names. I'm not prepared for any of this. I just straight from the dome. So I don't know, guys. Again, for me, not a good film. I probably will forget about it. But then again, I've never really been a Wonka fan. Even as a kid, I just hated those movies. The first one with Gene Wilder kind of scared me a little bit. Especially with that tunnel scene with the chocolate river, scared the crap out of me. I mean, I didn't hate those movies, the original and then the Johnny Depp version. I didn't hate them. It's just, again, it's just not for me. I've never really liked the story. And with this one, I went in, with an open mind, like I always preach. Go in with an open mind and don't have any expectations, which I did. But again, I strongly emphasize this. For me, it wasn't hitting. So, but yeah, go see it. Definitely go see it. It's worth a watch, I will say. It's a decent film. I don't want to bash it because of my personal opinions. If I'm being subjective, I will probably say that this movie is probably a good solid 7 out of 10, I would say. And that's just being completely subjective or objective, I'm sorry. I don't have any stake in this. I don't have any stake in my review in this, but it is a pretty solid film. It's just not my film. So I don't know. I don't want to beat a dead horse. I mean, that's pretty much it. Apologies if you don't like this review of it, because it's very, I will say this is probably the first review, right, that I am giving I'm being biased. I can feel like I'm being biased, and it's okay. Again, it's just my opinion. So don't come after me. But definitely go see it and formulate your own opinion, and let me know if I was wrong, and let me know why I was wrong, or if you agree with me, just let me know in the comments, and we'll do this again. I'm gonna go see a couple of movies, in the theaters that I'm not really too gung ho about. Aquaman 2 is one of them, but I am gonna go see Iron Claw, and I'm very excited to go see that. So stay tuned for those. You might want to hit that like and subscribe button, I think it is, to catch those videos when they drop. But yeah, guys, sorry for being biased on this one, just letting my own feelings get the best of me on this review. But again, like I said, if I'm being objective about it and having no stake in it, it is a pretty solid film. I guess I could have said that at the very beginning. It's a solid film, 7 out of 10. Go see it with the family. It's a good weekend watch. Yeah, and just let me know what you think. All right, guys, it's gonna do it for me. We'll see you, I guess, next week when Iron Claw comes out, because that's gonna be the next one. All right, guys, have a good one, and stay safe and spread that love. Later, guys.